So welcome students, and this is the lab for the speed control of the series motor. This is our series motor in which we have a field winding F1 and F2 and armature winding A1 and A2. The supply we'll be using will be a variable DC supply, but we will use fixed volts from this. And then there is a rheostat which we'll be using for the speed control. So first of all, for the series motor, what we do is that we connect the field and the armature in series with each other. So for that purpose, what is required here, let me take a few wires here. So what is required here is that you have to connect the field in series with the armature. So I have connected the F2 with A1. So this is the connection for the series, and now these two connections like F1 and A2, these are your positive and negative for the for your motor. So now I am going to connect the negative directly to the power supply from A2 to the negative of the supply. And then for the positive, what I am going to do is that I am going to connect the ammeter, because I want to measure the current of this supply. So let me just keep it here. So I will be using these two connections, like the common and the A1, and the setting you can see it's on 20 ampere, like it's DC 20 amperes, you can see here DC 20. So it's very simple. Just connect the common of your DMM to the F1, and then the next step will be connecting the power supply to our multimeter. So this one will be this will be connected to A. So there you go. So this is how you connect it. I will mark it as IM. Okay, so this will be your motor current. So this is the series motor, so that's why the current will be same throughout. So there will be some difference in the diverter, but for the time being, so I'm just going to place it somewhere around. Next, we want to measure the voltage as well. So I'm going to get few wires here which will give me the voltage of this system. So okay, so now this is the voltage. So now this will give us the voltage. Now coming towards the speed control, we have to connect this rheostat with our system. So now there are two methods. In one method you can connect this diverter with the field, and the other method is connecting the diverter with the armature. So we will be trying both of the methods. So let's first connect the diverter to the field. So just put this maximum, like this is clockwise, so this is maximum resistance, and then this one is the you can say that the variable terminal, and the other one will be the input terminal. So here you go. So now the position we have set up here is actually for the field diverter, and then I want to measure the voltage drop, because this is a series connection. So I want to measure the voltage drop here and the voltage drop here. So again, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use another multimeter. I'm just going to gather some wires. Okay, so there is another multimeter which I'm going to use here, and this multimeter will be set on 200 DC. Okay, so this is 200 DC volts and common, and then I'm going to connect it with my field. Okay, so this is for the field, and then another meter will be connected to the armature as well. I'm just going to make the wires. So another meter I'll be connecting here, but I'm going to mark it as this will be the V small d f. Okay, so it is actually the voltage drop of the field. Okay, so this will be the voltage drop of the field, and the second meter again I'm going to set it on 200 DC, and same the two connections, volt and common, I'll be using. And this one is going to be connected with the armature. So this will give us the voltage drop of the armature. So here we go. So let's mark it as V small d and capital A. So VDA is V drop of the armature. Okay, so next up I'm going to set up these voltmeters. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I have done my level best to do justice with these multimeters over here. So let me just explain them. So the first one here, this is the motor current, and this will show us the current of the motor. Then this one is the voltage drop of the field, VDF, and then this one is the voltage drop of the armature. So I'm going to turn on the supply. The resistance is on the maximum. So let's turn on the supply and see what are the speed and all the ratings of the motor. So first of all, just going down it. So I have given it 100 volts on the input, and you can see that the current is here like it's in minus, but it's 1.04, and then the armature drop is 11.8, and sorry, this is the field drop. The field drop is 11.8 and the armature drop is 83.1. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to set these connections like this one here, which is giving the negative reading. See, this is giving the negative reading of current. So simple, just interchange or swap these connections, so you'll get the positive current now. And for the voltage again, so both of these meters are giving us a negative reading. So again I'm going to swap these connections. So it's okay if it is minus or plus, doesn't matter, it's working. Okay, so I'm going to swap again these connections. There you go. So now I think we are ready to get our readings. So let's see the speed. This is the tachometer, and I will press the hold button to get my readings. So the first reading is around 1438 RPM, and then you can also measure the currents as well, the voltage drop. So let's decrease the resistance. Okay, so sorry, I just rechecked my reading. So the first reading on maximum resistance is 1467. Okay, so I just rechecked it because this is a handheld device. So when you move your hand, so it does matter. The reading does matter here. So now increasing the resistance. Decreasing the resistance. So now you can see that by decreasing the resistance, what happened is that the speed of the motor has increased from 1467, it is now 1477. Now the variation is not that much because it is a series motor, but still there is a variation of this speed. Now let's again decrease the resistance. So again you can see that by decreasing the resistance, what is happening here is that the speed is now 1492. So the speed has increased drastically. Let's again decrease the resistance. Okay, so now finally we got the reading of 1500 rpm, and this is what we have got. So by increasing the decreasing the resistance, decreasing the resistance, what is happening here is that the speed is increasing. So now this was the field diverter which I used for the field, and now again I'm going to turn the resistance to the maximum level. So this is the maximum, and then I'm going to change my connections, and see these were for the meter. Okay, so these are for the meter, and these two connections are coming from the diverter. So I'm going to change the connections from field to armature. I'm going to put this connection back of the meter here, and now what we will do is that we will see that what is the effect of the armature diverter. Okay, I have got this one as a diverter for the armature. So again giving it a voltage of 100, and the motor current is 0.978, and the field drop is 11.1, and the armature drop is 85.4. So the first reading I got here is 1487. So this is the first reading, 1487. Let's decrease the resistance. So by decreasing the resistance, you can see the speed here is now reached up to 1497. So let's again decrease the resistance once more. Again by decreasing the resistance, the speed has increased and it has gone up to 1502. Let's again decrease the resistance. So this is the final reading we got by decreasing the resistance. It is now 1507.5. And you can measure the current as well, 1494. The voltage of our field is 10.8 and for the armature is 85.7. So this was all for the readings, and let's go towards the graphs and conclusion of the experiment.